A great evening, everybody. This is Dr. White here. Um, Getting ready for the show. Robin Ayers is having some technical difficulties. Preferably, we can get her on. So I'm just going to wait a few minutes, see if we can get her and add this to some groups here. How y'all doing tonight? Highly anticipated interview. So let's pray our guests can get on tonight. Let me go ahead and share this out. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Jackie. This is great. This is great. Y'all share this out. Robin Ayers, our host, well, our VIP guest, she's having some technical difficulties. So I am going to do the best I can. I'm going to share this out because we're going to have some fun. Robin should be able to get her technology together. Hey, good evening, Wes. Good evening, Jackie. Man, y'all always are there. Appreciate you, Wes. Let's try to do that. Jackie, get your curling irons out. Hit the porch tonight after the show. Baby Sky's upstairs, so y'all might hear a little bit. Give me some lights, give me some hearts. Hopefully Robin can get her technical difficulties taken care of. And shout out to Eric Lomax in Detroit. I love that bottle you rolling with. Wes, I got some cigars for us. Let's see here. Let's go with the sharing it in some groups here, everybody. Waiting on Media Mogul Robin Ayers to join us, everybody. She's absolutely phenomenal. She's having some technical difficulties. Listen, it's been an amazing week. Hey, Eric is in the building. Eric, Eric, I couldn't wait for you, Eric. I couldn't wait for you. It's been one of those days. Hey, Deirdre, y'all share this out. Give me some hearts, give me some likes. I'm just putting this out there. Hopefully my sister can join us. Putting it in some groups, y'all. Granddaughter up there, she want to get it in, don't she? But it's all good. All right. First and foremost, I would like to just give a shout out to our Heavenly Father for allowing me to be on the cover of a magazine. Oh, look, Sharon coming in. Listen, y'all, I'm Sharon Bullock. Thank you so much. The Mastermind members, you always show up and show out. Listen, Robin Ayers for BET Fox, she's trying to get her technology together. You hear my granddaughter up there. It's all good. This is what happens when your studio is at home. But, you know, I really want to just talk about briefly the opportunity that I had already ahead of me. Oh, no, Eric, I started yesterday, so I done lapped you 4 times. Jackie Mims, God bless you, sister. Sharon Jackson Bullock, Sharon J. Bullock, Eric A. Lomax, Lisa Harwell. Hey, sis. Hey, the newsletter's coming. Y'all give me some likes and some hearts. Let me try to share this out. I'm getting ready to give y'all all a shout out and plug your business. Sharing Messenger. I'm just waiting on our sister of the hour to come on in, come on in, come on in. Y'all come on in, come on in. I love y'all. Shout out to Sherry DeVals Denard out of Atlanta. Our mastermind members are connecting all over the country. And wow, Black History Month. So let's talk about that. Let me just get these invites out here. Let's talk about Black History Month. Okay. So February 6th, this Saturday, we have our 12th annual Black History celebration. It all goes down virtually. Deon Banks is the keynote speaker. Round of applause for my brother, Deon Banks. Hosted by none other than, I saw that pic, so I'm not playing. Eric, you off the chain. We do have Eric Lomax in the building this Saturday, February 6th, Black History Month celebration. Leah Chapman, Lisa Harwell, Wesley Webb. Come on. Who am I missing, y'all? I got to get my flyer out. We got Courtney Lee Smith in the building, Sherry DeVals Denard. I mean, just the mastermind group was just amazing. Lisa Harwell, yeah. Y'all share this broadcast out. I'm just sharing it. I'm sharing to give me some likes and give me some hearts. But listen, today, let me go ahead and put this in there. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm trying to share it. This week, I was featured on the cover of a magazine. And it's called Own It Magazine by Marisa Bluedorn. So I'm like really blessed. I've been in a lot of magazines, y'all, but I've never been on the front cover. So I always tell Jackie, you next. Lisa, Webb, and Sharon, we got to spread it. You know, when you have something, you have to give it back. You know, it doesn't belong to you, right? So I just wanted to say thank you so much. I'm ordering my hard copies now. We're going to do a full launch. But thank you so much to Marisa Bluedorn, everybody, for that. Let me see if our VIP guest can make it. If she's having some more technical difficulties. Robin Ayers telling she's sharp if we can get her on here. And I just want to say, y'all keep giving me some likes, keep giving me some heart. Listen, it's Black History Month, and I'm really pumped up because we're going to be feeding into everybody. Sharon, congratulations on your new book. I'm going to get a copy tonight along with Pamela Reeves. Oh, man, that's just a great anthology by our sister Sharon. And we got so many books out there to promote. We got the new book coming for the Mastermind Group, Iron Sharpens Irons. Inspired to Achieve, Think and Grow Volume 2. The forward is by none other than Jackie Hollywood Mims. I told my sister, not Jackie, but my other sister out of Richmond, Tracy, how you doing? I had to give you one. Bam. When Tracy from Richmond come on, I have to give her a dab. She was like, give me a dab, doc. So that's for you. You know, we got the Super Bowl going on this weekend, but I want to just stick with Black history. We're going to be talking about wellness for leaders, your health is your wealth, financial literacy. We're going to be talking a little bit about everything. So come on, I'm going to share the link out. And I'm just so excited about February 6th, our mastermind members, a whole mastermind slate, all mastermind folks. That's how I'll be rolling, y'all. Atlanta is a go. We will be in Atlanta, March 12th, 13th, and 14th. Social distancing strictly enforced. That will be March 12th, black tie, private social event, selling books, passing out business cards. March 12th, we will be in the A. We will be in the A. And the 13th, we've got a workshop at Maggiano's in Cumberland. Social distancing in effect, mask, gloves, all that good stuff. And then the 14th, we will have a Robin Cumming. We will have a prayer breakfast on the 14th. So that's March 12th, 13th, 14th in Atlanta. The flyer will be out in a couple of days. The open house for the masterminds is April 1st through the 4th. Shout out to Toya coming in from New Orleans, and Eric coming in from Detroit for both. He coming into Atlanta, he coming into the DMV, and I see Robin is trying to come on in. So let's see if she can get her streaming right. So it's a lot going on. The pandemic is here, but it will soon be over. I just got a call today that I will be able to get my vaccination shots next week. All right, that's important that we all try to get vaccinated as soon as we can when it becomes available for you. Let me see here. Let's see. No video. I'm trying to talk to her. This is Robin, y'all. Hold on one second. No video. No video. All right. Okay. Sorry about that, you all. I'm trying to get our VIP guest here, Robin Ayers. She's so amazing. Oh, there she is. There she is. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful.
I'm telling you.
What's good? How you doing, Robin?
To another level. I'm actually doing really well. Thank you so much for having me. The world of technology is just so crazy these days. So thank you for having me and bearing with me. But I'm here. It's good to see you and good to be on your show.
Look, I was just following you on IG. I saw your nice little video that you were doing. You were dancing. You're just amazing. But everybody, we do have her here. Please share, give us some likes, because it's getting ready to get real. Robin Ayers is in the building. I have a small bio I want to read about Queen right now. Let me just read her bio. As seen on Fox, BT, and OWN Network, Robin Ayers is a well-known author. We're going to get into her new book, speaker and entertainment host who brings you inspiring and motivational stories from your favorite celebrities and everyday achievers. Her goal is to inspire you to overcome every challenge in your life. Discover your purpose and walk boldly towards your dreams. Often utilizing her own life challenges and triumphs, Robin speaks with a down-to-earth yet very impactful real attitude. Her infectious and likable spirit are unmatched and generate relatable association right away. The first thing I want to say, sister, when I read that short bio, I said she's speaking to me because we see everybody doing well, but maybe they're not always doing well, and it takes a lot of hard work to get things going. For those who may not know, to our listening audience, people in California, I'm here in Maryland on the East Coast, down south, the world is really matriculating, listening to your sister. I'm gonna mute myself. You might hear my dog bark, you might hear my granddaughter, but tell
That's
us a little
okay.
bit more about who you are professionally and personally for those who may not know, Robert.
Well, thank you again for having me. My name is Robin Ayers. I am a girl from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I came to California when I was really, really young. But I did come from a tumultuous background, having been brought up in a household with an abusive father. My mom, who had three young children, she was just doing the best to just make it happen, just doing her very best. And so I was able to see that great example. But when I got to California, I think, well, actually, a very important thing happened to me when I was in Milwaukee. I was 4 years old and under. I'm not sure the exact age, but I came to California when I was four, so it had to have been, under that. But the thing that happened to me was it was a day like no different kind of day, where my father was probably abusing my mother or something like that. And I remember sitting on my bed and I was looking out the window, and no one had ever taken me to church. No one told me who God was, but I remember hearing this voice, sort of like behind the clouds or the sun. I felt like this connection to the sun, and I heard God say, "It's not always going to be like this. Things are going to change for you, and I'm gonna use you to help them." Now, I didn't I didn't know who them was. I didn't know who he was referring to, but I had that stuck with me throughout the thread of my entire life. And just as I began to grow up, I started to see how God was using me in just the most interesting ways. And I'm like, why does anybody want to listen to me? But God is God. We cannot question him about that. And so
Amen.
basically, yeah, I used when I really owned that piece of information from God, I really believed that I believed it, and it catapulted everything in my life. I then I've become an author. I'm a two-time author now, working on a third book. I've just done so many things. I'm in broadcast journalism, so I do a lot of interviews with people and all of that stuff. So and then
Absolutely.
entrepreneur and stuff like that. But everything that I do, the underlying meaning of it all is to help people. So that's who
Absolutely.
I am.
I can tell you by just following you on IG more than Facebook. You was listening to the Chic Luke song, right? And you having such a great time. And I said, she's really inspiring because that's what I do. Have a couple books. I'm a four-time best-selling author, and we write these books where I say inspiration meets empowerment, right? But I got to tell you, we have something in common because I'm from the Midwest as well. I'm from Gary, Indiana. So I know a
Oh
little bit
yeah.
about Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Before we get into your book and a few more things, because I'm not going to hold you, you interviewed so many celebrities. I saw you with Anthony Hamilton the other day. I know this might be a little tough, but who's been like I've had an opportunity to interview Johnny Gill, Stacey Lattisaw. I have a car service here in the DMV. I've worked with Jamie Foxx, Harry Lennox from the like this. So it's always cool. So I'm like, Robin, to interview you because you're normally on the other side doing what I'm doing, and I'm such a big fan of yours. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
And
you.
shout out to Eric Lomax out of Detroit, Lisa Harwell, Byron TVs. I love y'all.
Yeah.
She's here, y'all. And she's real down there. You can ask her some questions. Robin, who's been your favorite person? Not to single anybody out, but who's been your favorite person that you've interviewed and why?
Wow. Oh, that is tough because I've really just had the opportunity to be around so many people. I have two answers. Is that okay? I'm going to give two answers. The first answer is because it launched my career, and that's Brandy Norwood. And that she was a family friend, and she allowed me. She contacted me actually. She said, "I see what you're doing. I interviewed her dad That's how it started. I interviewed her dad. I put that out on YouTube or whatever it was at the time. She saw a clip of it. She saw how well produced it was, and the quality of it. And not only that, she knew that I was on my beginning journey. So she sent me a text and she was like, "I saw what you did with my dad. Um, you should interview me." And I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" Like, because everybody wanted an interview with Brandy. So she's got to be, I'm going to say her first, because she took a chance on me. She let me come into her house. We did the interview, and it sort of went viral, I guess. That was about 6 years ago. It went viral, and and then people began to know who I was and give me a chance from there. So that's going to be one answer. The second answer is Bishop T.D. Jakes. That was mind blowing. Because I look up to him as a bishop, as a pastor. But he did a movie called Miracles from Heaven, and he co-partnered with Devon Franklin. I think they both executive produced it. But the movie itself was awesome. It was, of course, faith based. But when I had a chance to sit with him, I mean, it was literally like I didn't do this one on one, just the two of us in a room, and I often do that. But it didn't matter. It felt like I was doing a one on one with him. We were at a small round table, and I'm always trying to get, of course, I'm doing my job, so I'm interviewing about the job itself, the movie, him as a producer, executive producer. But I always try to sneak in there and ask questions about what I want to know, and what I think my audience would want to know. And so I can't even remember what I asked, but whatever I did ask, I mean, he was just so gracious with his time. He, took pictures with me, and it was just so great. I felt like I was meeting a father figure. And I look up to him spiritually as well. So that was probably more, and I've interviewed everybody. So, to have him make such an impact on me, I'd have to say that he was probably my second favorite.
Well, look, in the words of Sunita Carter down in South Carolina, she's like, wow, that's huge. Shout out to my sister, Sunita Carter, Eric, all of y'all. I really appreciate it. Now, listen, I do have a request. Jackie Hollywood Mims is coming out with her show sometime in the fall called Real Talk with Hollywood, uh, Jackie Hollywood Mims. And she said, when we get Robin on the show tonight, ask if she can be on my show. So,
Oh, of
uh,
course.
Jackie, I'm gonna need a steak dinner for that one if we can get Robin for your show, and she's amazing. And I just want to, before we go into her new book, I reached out to Robin. Um, it took me like 6 months to get this interview, y'all. I'm gonna just be honest with you. She was so busy. I was in her inbox, and she said, "Hey, I'll do it, no problem." She was so easy to work with, and then when you go see her on IG, she's on Facebook, but she's a lot more active, in my humble opinion, on IG. You're gonna be like, that's who was on the Dr. Larry White Senior Show. I'm telling you, she's sharp. Go over to IG, real inquiries only. No, no people playing around. Y'all go over there and follow her. She's doing some amazing things. And y'all know what I do. I'm about community outreach, entrepreneurship, leadership, and all that stuff. And she inspired me. So Robin Ayers is here tonight. We only got her for a few more minutes because she's busy. She out there. You in LA, sis? You in LA?
I'm in LA. Yeah.
All right. So we got to give her the love sign, peace. We love her because it's like 3 hours back, and she got ready, and she's here, and she's here for y'all. So y'all give us some likes, y'all give us some hearts, and y'all share it out. And we are broadcasting live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and also YouTube, everybody. And we
Wow.
get replay on
You
IG.
got it going on over there. You got
Look,
everybody tapped in.
yeah, everybody's tapping in, and I want to shout out everybody. Lisa Harwell, I will make sure you get a hold to Robin. I'm going to share her information. I love for her to get on your show too, Lisa Harwell. Oh, Gina out of Alabama. Y'all making me look good today. All right, all right. Robin, tell us about this new project you got going on. What inspired you to write this third book? Is it the third one?
Yeah, I'm working on the third one now.
Okay, because you've got a new one that you've been promoting. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with the new book.
Well, I have to say that I wrote my first book. It's called Unspoken Languages. It's really such an amazing, but I think it's amazing. And I say that because I believe it, but I also know how many people that it's helped. And this is for anybody who's listening. Anybody who's listening, before I get into my stuff, if you have something, if you have a message, if you have a story to tell, and you feel like you've been needing to write it, and you feel like, no, I should, but something is holding you back. Let me tell you that there's something on the other side of you writing that book or getting that story out. There's something on the other side of it that you may not know. And now I'll share my experience. And the reason why I say this is, I didn't know how I was going to write it. I'm not necessarily a writer, but I said, I just want this. I want the book to come off how I speak, how I talk. I want it to be relatable. Anyway, when I was finished with the book, I was like, I don't care whose hands this gets into. That's not up to me. That's up to God. I'm just going to be obedient and write the book. Well, not long after I wrote the book, I was had the opportunity to be on the OWN network, on a show, Homemade Simple, that we did. It was an episode, and they featured me as the author. And they did this whole thing for us, for my family, but for me as the author. And they showed the cover of my book on the show, and they promoted me and talked about me as an inspirational, motivational girl. And what was so cool about that is that we're talking about the OWN network with hundreds of thousands of viewers, and all these ratings. And then so many people purchased that book because they made a connection with me on the show. And I'm sorry I'm getting off topic, but I think this is important to, kind of say this. Um, and in the book began to, got into so many people's hands, and they contacted me. People contacted me from all over, and they were just saying how it's helped them. And so I would have those people would have never been helped, so to speak, if I never would have written the book. And the book is about the power of belief and how we've all been born with our certain measure of belief. So we have to use it to catapult our lives, and people don't know how to tap into the power of belief. So my book, the first one, Unspoken Languages, it's making your beliefs speak for you. So I'm showing you ways that you can tap in and just really kind of push your life forward. So that's the first book. And that was based on belief. And I believe that everything starts with belief. So now that I got that one out the way, I said, let me write my next book, which is called The Raw Report. The Raw Report is for rising entrepreneurs. It's business nuggets. It's just business tips. And it's not about, the logistics of business. It's not about, how to, accounting, or how to, save your money or invest it. It's not about any of that. It's still a people book. It's how to network, how to be the best person in the room, how to treat everybody with respect, and how to be a good person that will get you far in life. So, and that came from, I've been an assistant pretty much, most of my life. Before I was doing any of this, I was an assistant to I was an assistant to Beverly Peel. She was one of the first Black supermodels. Dawn Haynes, who is an amazing entrepreneur, wardrobe person. Sonia Norwood took me under her wing. So I was an assistant, and I was just a fly on the wall, and I was able to see how all these other people were coming into the room and wanting to network and wanting to be, with all the people in the room. But I would see so many mistakes, and I learned so many things that they were doing wrong. So now that I'm in a position where I'm in the room, I'm not just a fly anymore. I'm in the room. I want to tell people, if you do want to talk to me, if you would like to connect with me, network with me, or anyone else for that matter, there are proper ways to do it. And let me try to help you out by giving you some business tips and nuggets. So the book is a fast read because they're just one nugget per page. So you just go through it, and then hopefully it helps some business people. So
But I
that's
got to
that's
tell you,
about it.
Robert, you have a lot of authors on here. Lisa says your story opened up the doors for so many others. So powerful, so amazing.
Oh, that's nice.
Eric Lomax out of Detroit says, "Truth, Robin, you are on point. That's why I wrote my book." And these are real, authentic, like conversations where we know a lot of us, like I've got this book right here that I wrote. Same thing we talked about networking. Call myself the ultimate net. But I would go to so many networking events per week just to get myself a seat at the table. And much like yourself, I saw a lot of things that were going wrong. And there was a guy who told me I wasn't good enough to be in his presence. And about 3 years later, I ended up on his radio show. And he never knew who I was.
Wow.
But I remember because I literally left the venue in tears because I knew I was good enough. I just needed a shot. I just needed my time. So shout out to OWN Magazine. Y'all just joined. I'm on the cover of OWN Magazine. Thank you my recent
Congratulations.
Blue Dorn. I've been in a lot of magazines, but never been on the cover. So thank you so much, my sister. Tell us, how do we buy the book? Is there a website we can go to purchase the book, Robin?
Um, the books right now are on Amazon. I'm revamping my own personal websites for the book specifically. But yeah, on Amazon, of course, and yeah, so that's where you can find. You could just search my name because I know the titles can be a little bit tricky. The Raw Report, and it's really the RA report. My initials, and the unspoken languages is a little tricky too. So you could just search my name on Amazon and it'll come up.
Listen, we got two more questions before we get you out of here, my beautiful queen. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Things are getting a little bit better. We've been through 4 years of hell. Okay, we just had a guy that just literally tried to divide the country with so much hatred and bigotry, but it's looking better. We got a new president. We got a new vice president. For someone that's struggling right now, they were struggling before the pandemic. When the pandemic hit, they're struggling even more. What encouraging advice, Robin, would you give our listening audience right now if they're trying to write that book, start their business, but they just are stuck? Maybe they don't have the finances. Maybe they don't have the encouragement. Someone in their own home is telling them, you can't do this. What encouraging advice would you give our listening audience to follow their dreams, to persevere, to be the successful person like you are today?
Well, thank you for that. I still say that I'm in progress. I don't even consider myself successful, but or to a certain degree. But I will say this: I'm a huge fan of accepting everything that you are going through, accepting it, sitting in it. I have this theory that I hope whoever's listening to this, I hope that you could understand this theory that I have. I believe that everything is supposed to move you forward. Like I think of let me use this as an example. So take this as imagine it being round, and imagine this being like the world in our earth that we live in. So as the world is going like this is my candle, by the way, in here, and I'll talk about that in a second. But if the world is doing this and is spinning, what happens is once we get stuck in a feeling, we get stuck in the negative things that we're going through. It's a sort of resistance. We're supposed to be doing this, but you're trying to resist it, and you're staying stagnant. But when you receive and you just accept what's happening, you accept it. It has a way of going with the flow. And so I don't know if you get that analogy or not, but accept where you are and then do something about it. Make a step. And I truly wholeheartedly believe that once you move, the thing that you want will move towards you as well. So people just you don't think about it that way, and people don't we're human. We have a tendency to just get caught up in where we are right now. But if you can just do something about it, just do something, just move. For me, I like to shake my environment up, and I turn music on and I dance, and that's why I post videos on Instagram because
Saw you dancing today.
huh?
I saw you dancing on IG today. I shared it out.
Yeah, 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 exactly. I mean, it's what I do because it'll help me just kind of get out of the mood or the funk or whatever it is that I may be experiencing, because like I said, we're all human, but it's you have to do something about it and just believe that something is there on the other side of it that's going to move towards you as well.
Absolutely. Robin, you are amazing. You may not know, but even when you're dancing, when you're talking, I follow you a lot. My mother always told me, show me the people you hang around with. I tell you a little bit about yourself. So I try to hang out with Lisa, Sanita, Dina, Eric. I try to hang out with great people. And I want to thank God for this interview because I'm showing people that you can be a little old shack kid out of Gary, Indiana, have a talk show, reach out to this amazing celebrity, this woman of God, and say, would you come on and give us some golden nuggets, which you have done today? And it's great because I'm going to take my network and we're going to follow you on IG, because when we come out of this pandemic, we're going to be going on a tour called Deposit Your Dreams to Success. And we're going to go to LA. We got two mastermind members out there in LA. Shout out to Dr. Clarice Kavanaugh at UCLA, and also Tiffany Powell, who's my physical fitness trainer. So we're coming out to LA, my older brother's in LA, and we look forward to, collaborating with you and doing like a workshop on empowerment and all that good stuff. And I'm just so, This being Black History Month, I want to say to you, Robin, and all of our listening audience, you are Black history. You are doing the darn thing. You inspire, and you ain't afraid to say, hey, when you talked about your father early on in the show, you were very transparent. I really appreciate that. For those who want to book you for virtual speaking engagements, in-person engagements, all that good stuff, can you leave us with some contact information, Rob?
Yeah, I'm not hard to find. I'm not hard to find, and for anyone who is interested, I love speaking to people. I love helping people. That's what it is. I love helping anyone that I can. And so I'm at Robin Ayers pretty much on everything. My email address is bookings at itsrobinayers.com, which is pretty simple. But all of that information is also on Instagram. So the easiest way probably to find me is on Instagram at Robin Ayers.
Robin, you have been a blessing. We didn't lose one person once they matriculated in. They kept on going. They shared it out, and you
Oh,
will be able to catch this on IG. We were live on Facebook, Instagram, and I'm gonna cut it up, y'all. Put it, it's already on YouTube. And I want everybody to continue to be safe during this pandemic. Keep washing your hands, wear your mask. And any last words, Robin? You want to leave everybody? I want you to take us home, sister.
yeah. I mean, just be you, be the best you, be the you know what, and here's the other thing I want to say, and I want to acknowledge anyone who may have lost someone due to COVID or sickness or anything in 2020 or even earlier this year. I've lost several people, a number of people, including my stepfather, who pretty much raised me, and I lost him in October, just this past year. So listen, people are leaving us, and what that's done for me is that it's wakened me up even more. It said that it's telling me, you have one life to live, you have one go at it, you have one try at it. So that means do everything you possibly can to make it last, and don't leave with any untapped potential. Just make it happen, and just trust you, be you, live your best life, and just have fun with
Absolutely,
it. Have a great life.
Robin. I couldn't have said that. Just that great because we just had our monthly prayer call on the first, and that was brought up. A lot of people have lost loved ones. I know my sister Jackie lost her mom to COVID-19. He's on,
Oh, sorry.
and it's been a travesty. I've been around the world 3 times. I'm 52 years of age, and I've seen a lot, but I've never seen anything like this. Never, I've been in the Persian Gulf. I've been all overseas, and I've never seen anything like this. And but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. And the way we're gonna get through it, we're gonna buy Robin's book and we're gonna get some inspiration. And you have poured into us tonight. We're gonna buy that book, and that way we can get poured back into as well. And we want to support you, sister. So I look forward to getting my copy. You look amazing.
Thank you. I was trying,
Jackie,
I'm trying.
Jackie Hollywood Mims, her mother passed away to COVID. She just said, "Thank you, Robin," with a blue heart.
Oh, and I'm
She
I'm
said,
so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry for your loss.
"I'm glad you mentioned that because it's tough and." Wow, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Sunita, all the Gina, and y'all. We've been chopping it up here with Robin Ayers. She's amazing. She all modest and everything, but she's amazing. Go over to IG and find her. She's sharp, y'all. And I just want to say thank you, Jesus, for allowing us to have this interview. I know it touched some folks' lives. Shout out to the 100 Black Man National Chair, one of the national chairs there. Wesley
Oh, I
Webb is
love
in the
100
building, my
black
brother.
100 black men.
Say that again.
I love that organization.
Absolutely.
100
We'll have
black
to see
men.
you at the national conference when we get an opportunity. One of my brothers sits on the national board, and I used to be a member as well, so it's pretty cool. But Robin, you've been amazing. We're gonna have to get you back on the show, have you back here
Absolutely.
again,
Yeah,
and I'll be
anytime,
supporting you.
anytime. Thank you. I really appreciate you having me on. I don't take that lightly. So thank you.
Oh,
Thank
hey,
you.
look, beautiful young lady out of Milwaukee. Just Wisconsin. Come on now, it doesn't get any
Yeah.
better. If you can get out of Milwaukee, the brewery area, and go out in LA and do great things, come on. And I'm speaking to you all out there because y'all may not know, but Gary and Milwaukee, those are some tough areas. Blue collar towns. And to get up out of the Midwest and go out and be that assistant, that fly on the wall that you said, Robin, and now the person you are. That's why I called her celebrity talk show host, media mogul, y'all. She's sharp. She's sharp. As a matter of fact, when I get off my show, I'm gonna have me a glass of wine. Y'all know how I'm gonna do it. Have me some glass of wine. I'm gonna go pop over to IG to see what Robin is doing. You know what I mean?
All are welcome. All are welcome. I have fun. I talk, talk some stuff, and I try to uplift every moment that I can too. So just trying to be real and transparent, and let everybody know. My most recent post was just talking about how it's all not real. We're all human, we're all flawed, we all have issues, but if you can continue to again live your best life, you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Absolutely. I guess that's my call from my granddaughter. So that's enough, grandparent. But I really appreciate you, Robin. You're an amazing woman of God.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate your story. I'll be in touch. And I like how you carry yourself, the transparency and just being authentic in real conversations. We need that. We don't, Robin, we don't need no fluff, right? Absolutely. Well, everybody, tonight, this has been, amazing. We've got Dr. Ife Williams coming up next week, as well as Sunita Carter. But Dr. Ife Williams, she is the national chair for Black Women in Congress. She's amazing. When we were at Congressional Black Caucus, she jumped out that room with President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. I was telling y'all, and she said, "I got to go see my brother," for me. And she was the best friend of Big Gregory. But I will have Dr. Ife Williams in the building in a couple of weeks, and Sunita Carter is coming up. We're going to round out Black history. Listen, last week was amazing. Robin took us up another notch. We're going to keep it going, y'all. We're going to keep it going. And everybody says, thank you, Robin. Thank you, Dr. White. Amazing interview. You did it, Robin. You did it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I look forward to connecting with everybody. So thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, good night, everybody. Good night, Robin. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.